hey guys, I'm not dead. So, yeah, just been super duper busy. But here we go, video time. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about Kyle vs. Leila, Battle for the Cyberdomes by Stuart Wilson. Now, before I get started on the actual review, I heard about this book because the author contacted me and asked me to read it and review it, and that was in January. I got around to reading and finishing the book mid-March, and am now just able to do the review. So I'm sorry. Okay, apologies out of the way. Gonna go to the review now. So overall, I like the book. It's not something I would have picked out for myself to read, and I think it's more suited for younger readers, like kids that are in the middle grades, like 6th, 7th, and 8th, that age group. I think would enjoy it a lot more than people in my age group, though that's not to say there won't be some people in my age group that do. Yeah, I just think that it's better suited for younger readers. That aside, I did really like it, but as with anything, I think there are things that could be improved upon. So I will talk about those now and get those out of the way. So yeah, the book itself is told in alternating points of view, and I know why it was done like that, and I'm all for it, but I feel like it jumped around a little bit too much, almost. I had some trouble following it because it was a continuous timeline. Because you know how when some books have chapters that alternate points of view, that it'll like backtrack so you get some sort of idea of what was happening to one character when you were in the world of another. This one doesn't do that. It's all on one continuous timeline. Once I figured that out, we were good, and it made it a lot easier. I also had a little bit of problem with the way that the character development happened. It seemed kind of choppy and didn't completely make sense. It didn't make sense with the way that the story was told, because you're not getting every detail. So different areas where things leading up to this character development could have happened, we're not seeing. So I think that made it seem kind of choppy. I mean, I'm glad that there was development and the characters didn't, just stay flat the entire time. But it was a little choppy and it seemed kind of disjointed. That's what I'm looking for. But that could be improved upon with time. Character development is something that's hard to write, and this book is the beginning of multiple, so as there are more stories with Kyle and his world, I'm sure that will get better. So one thing that did bother me was the title. So Kyle versus Leila, Battle for the Cyberdomes. That entire thing makes it seem like there's going to be some sort of huge conflict between Kyle and Leila. And the only conflict that was there between them was resolved before the end. And it wasn't a battle between them. At least, not the way I read it. Again, maybe that title is going to make more sense later on in the next books, but I don't know. Like, that just, I felt like I was misled. So, yeah, titles are hard, but that one just didn't make sense to me. One other thing, I didn't really have a problem with this, I just found it kind of amusing, was some of Leila's dialogue. Okay, so everything takes place in, or everything is written in British English. And then you have Leila, who is from the South, like in America. So she has this Southern accent, uses Southern phrases, but some of them are just so overkill. But it was funny, and anyway, yeah, I just found her accent to be a little much, and it was funny to me. I don't know. It was just, in my head, I read it as an over-exaggerated accent, and I don't think it was meant that way. Maybe it was, I don't know. But, and it just seemed like her differentness was exaggerated in that way. Maybe that was a rhetorical device. But, yeah. Going from comedy leading into the parts of this book that I felt made up for some of the faults I found in it. One redeemable thing is the characters. They were just really likable, and they were fun. Especially Ollie, who, in my opinion, is the best written character in the book. He goes through a very nice arc, and it's the most clear, I think. And he's a fun character. Okay, so the idea for the book, I think, is very creative, very unique, and it's very interesting, and it's not something I've seen a lot of in like the sci-fi genre, at least like the sci-fi for the younger kids. I haven't seen a lot of stuff like that, which is why I think it would do really well in that age group, because there isn't a lot like it. Another thing that I really liked was that the actual villain of the story completely caught me off guard. I was not expecting it, and I think that's great. It was definitely a surprise, and it was done well, I think. Like I said, I think that these books are better suited for younger readers, sort of the same age group that Rick Riordan's books are geared towards, which is the middle grades, like 6th, 7th, and 8th, that age group. However, that being said, I know a lot of people my age and older that really enjoy Riordan's books, and I think that these could potentially be the same way. Personally, they're not my favorite books, and I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to read them again, or to read the next ones, but like I said, it wasn't a bad book. It was interesting, and it does have a lot of very good points. It does have a lot of very good qualities. So I think that if you know someone that likes sci-fi and would enjoy something with like secret government organizations and magic and robots and all that good stuff, then this is definitely something that you should check out. I will have a link for it in the description because it is an ebook, so it's available on Amazon. So that will be down there. Feel free to check that out. I will also link to Stuart Wilson's YouTube, which will also obviously be down in the description. So yeah, that's that for this review. I'm not sure exactly what my next review is gonna be on. I'm thinking that it will probably be This Star Won't Go Out, which was by Esther Earl and her parents. If you don't know who Esther Earl is, she is the person that sort of inspired, but not really, The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. So that will probably be my next one. I'm not sure exactly when it'll be out. Hopefully before the Fault in Our Stars movie comes out. That's my goal. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys right now. So as always, links for information about the book, where to get the book, how to contact the author, and links to my social media, aka Tumblr, are all down in the description. So yeah, I will see you guys later. All right, bye.